On station 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors. Our first guest this morning is my co-host and guest, Kevin MacDonald.
All right.
CEO of the Santa Clarita Senior Center.
Great.
Welcome, sir. It's
Thank
good
you.
to see you
Good
again.
to see you too, Barbara.
I was just there yesterday.
Yes, you were. Walking through the door. What'd you have for lunch?
Oh, what did we have for lunch?
We had the shepherd's
The
pie.
shepherd's pie.
Just like home, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, it was delicious. It really was good.
Shepherd's pie with broccoli on the side. That was
Oh.
in
Side.
and a roll. That was a nutritious meal.
It
Nobody
really
starves
was
at the senior
good.
center.
No, they don't.
No. The food over there is delicious. It really is.
And the consistency, when I went back to and talked to the chefs yesterday, we produced almost 15, well, we had a little rain, but 1,500 meals, and they had to be consistent with each and every shepherd's pie that you give out because you want it all to be the same.
Wow.
That's right. Well, you did it. You closed Monday.
Yes, we closed
So-
Monday for Indigenous People
Yes.
Day and Columbus Day, and
Yeah.
yeah,
So without giving away the recipe, what was inside the shepherd's pie?
just all the good stuff of a shepherd's pie. You got your potatoes, and you got your
Oh.
ground beef, and you got your cheese,
Oh,
and
peas.
Yes,
Yes.
peas.
Oh, my
That's important. Yeah.
I love those peas. They don't have enough in them, as far as I'm concerned. They can make shepherd pie with nothing but peas.
Wow.
and we got fajitas today. So when I go back after the show, I'm going to get some of them. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that
it
sounds
should be good. And we're celebrating this week. You know that? Someone has a birthday this week.
Really?
Yes, they do. Happy birthday, Barbara Cochran.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Big day's tomorrow. Is that right?
Tomorrow,
That's
yes. I'll
the
be
16th?
89. Can you believe that?
89. Wow.
89 years old.
You don't look 89.
Oh, thank you.
You don't
Thank you.
know.
I don't feel it.
She's got her pearls. She's rocking it today. Turning 89. Tomorrow's the 16th. Is that right?
What?
What's tomorrow? The 16th.
The
Yes,
16th
October
of
16th.
October,
All right.
1936.
So what's your
36.
birthday tradition? What do you usually do on your birthday?
Go to dinner
Oh, okay.
because my kids usually take me to dinner. And a friend of mine, Spence Leafdale, is taking me to lunch.
Ooh.
Wow.
And then there are 5 Santa members who have birthdays in October. And Monday evening, we're all going out for dinner.
Wonderful.
So
All right.
Yeah, it's terrific. And it's interesting because both of my parents died when they were 70. And when I was 70, I was panicked
Sure.
because I thought, oh, they went, am I going to go too?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. I'm almost 20 years older. I'm going to throw a big party next year
Next
on
year.
my
All right.
90th.
All right.
Wow.
Well, you're rocking it at 89 this week. That's fantastic.
We'll get you a piñata.
Okay.
Well, thanks for co-hosting the show, and thanks for all you're doing for the community. You've done so much for so many years, Woman of the Year. What a great success story you are.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun. It really has.
And you were here
just-
before we were in the community. I mean, how old were you when you came here?
Well, it was 1968
Wow.
when we moved up here.
I was
And
8 years old.
There was nothing here, really, nothing here. Just a few shops on Lyons Avenue.
Now look
Just
at
a
it.
few. Oh, my
Outstanding.
goodness. It's just amazing. And all over on the other side of the freeway, both sides, it's just been incredible. And now what I want is rain.
You want rain. Well, you had rain yesterday,
Yes,
Barbara.
Yes, but that was nothing compared to
That
what
was
we
that was
we
that was a
should
few
have.
hours of rain, Barbara.
Oh,
you were
yes.
sleeping
A lot.
during most of that
Yeah.
then.
It was a good rain. It really was. But we need at least 2 of those a week for the
All right.
next 6 weeks.
Well, if that's your birthday wish. Anyway, we're
Yes,
gonna this
yes.
community will be celebrating all day tomorrow.
yes.
So our best wishes for you on your 89th. Fantastic. We are on behalf of all of us. We're just so glad you were born.
Oh, thank you. I'm
All
glad I
right.
was born too. Yes, and I'm writing my autobiography.
You are writing it. All right.
Yes, I am writing.
Maybe we should all do that. That's a great.
I think it is. I think it's a great idea.
So you leave
It
that
is.
for your
That's
kids
what
and
we wanted to-
grandkids and
Well, one of the things we talked about at the support groups yesterday was having there's so much history with those men and women in there.
yes.
And I said to them, I'm writing my autobiography. You guys ought to do the same thing. Because they're from so many different places in the world and have people living over in Europe and Afghanistan and you name it. they're all over the world, and we were all sharing our lives in there, and it was so interesting. And I made the suggestion, write your autobiography. That's what I've been told to do.
Okay.
My kids have told me to do that.
Well, everybody has a story, and we don't want to forget it.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about growing up in England during the Second World War, and my dad worked for the King Edward, who abdicated the throne.
Yeah.
And I met the late Queen Elizabeth when she was a princess. I met her when I was about 4.5 years old.
Wow.
My father-in-law was from Surrey. God rest his soul. He passed away a few years back. But he recalls when the bombs were falling.
Oh, my goodness, they were.
And what did they say? Let's go have tea.
That's right. That's right. Time for tea.
That's great. I think it's a great project, and what a great gift for your family to leave that. I'm going to bring that back to the senior center. Maybe we should have a class on writing our autobiographies, all of us.
That would be an excellent course.
Yes.
It really would.
Kind of along the lines of
Because
like genealogy kind of a thing too, kind of. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because as you get older, you forget things.
Yes.
But if you think of something and you write it down, that'll trigger something else. That, I forgot about that, and write that down also.
Right.
That's what's been happening to me.
Okay. Well, good.
But that would be an excellent idea,
Okay,
because some of those seniors have some fantastic lives.
They do. Every time I go into the ballroom and sit and have lunch with someone, and I ask them that question, what did you do? And then they start sharing their stories, and it's amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's amazing. And one person I sat down with one day, and he's listening to music. I said, what are you listening to? He said, well, Carlos Santana.
Oh.
I was like, oh, great. Carlos is fantastic. He says, yeah, I used to be in his band. It's those kind of people that just roam
Yes.
around us, and you never know what their lives were like.
That's
or I
right.
built this rocket ship, or I built this airplane at Lockheed so many years ago.
That's right.
Just amazing stories.
There's so many stories from so many of those seniors, because they've been there, like me, a lot longer than the population now. And so many of people in the population now don't know anything about history.
Right.
They really don't.
And it's inspiring as well.
Yeah, it sure
It
is.
is.
It sure is.
I think they should teach more of it in school. I mean, it's just a hint here and a hint there and a hint there, as far as history is concerned in schools.
How many folks today never used a payphone? They never used a rotary dial phone. Never listened to 8-tracks.
I grew up using this monstrous black phone. It was so heavy. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, I'm going to add it to our class list.
Yes.
And
I've
we
got-
will start writing my autobiography, and I'll write my own for my kids.
I think that would be an excellent class for you to
Yes.
offer over there.
In my garage at home, I've got 3 boxes of 78s records. Nothing to play them on.
All right.
So, yeah.
You haven't got anything to play them on.
Exactly. I got to get a phonograph of some sort.
And
a
good
Victrola.
luck finding one.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck
Fine.
finding one. There aren't many around.
You've got your senior center notes there,
Yeah.
looks like.
Well, yesterday with all the rain, and I was sitting in a meeting in the comfort of my office and just worried sick, because I had 38 people out there on the road in the torrential rain all morning long delivering meals. I had over 20 people in Santa Clarita, and I have another 15 in Antelope Valley, and just braving the elements because they know they had to deliver. Every single person showed up, and most of them were volunteers. And then they had to get in and out of their car 20 to 25 times in the pouring rain, because the rain did not stop. I kept waiting for a lull, and it never did, because it rained right through the whole Meals on Wheels program until they came back. And then I'm seeing some of them walking through the door, and they were wet, but they were still smiling because the gift that they had just given to someone else.
Oh.
And they were a little bit slower yesterday because I told them to slow down and be careful of the roads and everything else. If you were driving yesterday, you shouldn't have been driving yesterday. And just they made all those deliveries. We had one road was flooded out in Placerita, and we went back around and found another way to get to that home, and it was delivered about 12:30, which is late for us, by
Yes,
one of
it
our
is.
staff that went out and said, no, I'll go make sure that lady gets her meal. And that's the beauty of our Meals on Wheels program. And, we are grateful to our volunteers, the Tuesday volunteers. They deserve an award for yesterday and all that they did for here. And they didn't stop. So
That's terrific.
we are
Well-
so grateful for them.
Well, when I was eating lunch there yesterday, the lady who delivers my meals on Monday
Mm-hmm.
at home, she was there, and she said, "Oh, I was supposed to see you yesterday, but we were closed."
Right.
I said, "That's fine. You told me you would be closed." But she delivers on Monday.
Okay.
And
Yes,
she delivers
we are
me
so
a meal.
fortunate, and we're still looking for volunteers for that. So in Santa Clarita, everyone takes a day, and they take that day, and there's 20 routes per day. So
Wow.
20, and they come with our cars, really good cars. We got a new fleet, and they go out with one of our cars. We load the vehicles for them and pack the meals. We give them the list on an iPad of where you're going next, and they deliver all those meals and come back. So we need 110 volunteers a week, and they just keep coming in. And it gives them a sense of purpose.
Sure.
It
It
gives
does.
them some, and most of people are retirees, and they'll come in, and it gives them a purpose for their what are they doing in retirement. They can go home and tell their grandkids, "Hey, I delivered meals to a whole lot of people today."
Yes, and you get to meet those people.
Yes.
And chat
And you're
with
on the
them for a few
recipient
minutes.
end of
Yes.
saying, and their job is to make you feel good as they drop off your meal.
And they do. They really do.
Mm.
I look forward to talking to both of them when they come.
So they come to your door,
Yes.
ring the doorbell,
Yes.
and voila.
Yes. Give me a plastic bag
Wow.
with food.
With the meal for the day. And it's a hot and fresh made every single day with our chefs walking in at 5:15 in the morning, and they're making fresh meals every day. It doesn't happen throughout the rest of the county. It does happen in Santa Clarita and the Antelope Valley, where fresh meals every day are being made. This is not your TV dinner thing.
No.
This is your real meal. We go around with 6-week cycles. So, we're going a lot of meals repetitively going out, and different meals every day. We got
And
chicken
they-
fajitas today. You had your shepherd's pie. We got shrimp coming in next week. It's like,
the shrimp.
The shrimp,
I love
yeah,
the
that's Barbara's
shrimp
favorite.
meal.
well,
Yes.
our job was to spoil them. And so, what's the Meals on Wheels that doing shrimp? Our goal is to spoil the seniors. You have earned the right to have a really nice, fresh meal at least once a day. And thanks to the Older Americans Act, part of the U.S. government, they help fund that. And the state helps out. And the city helps out. And the county helps out. And then we go to donations
and the
for the
volunteers.
And the volunteers are all over. It's
How many
just-
deliveries total?
In Santa Clarita right now, we're doing about 515 a day.
Wow.
A day.
Isn't that amazing?
The height of COVID, we hit 800, but we still have room. And I think the message we want to get out: if you are homebound, and you have to be qualified as homebound by your doctor, if you are homebound, we want to deliver it to you and get that meal to you. So we need our communities listening today to look in their own communities and saying, do we know someone who's homebound that could really use a meal, and we can make that happen.
And 'cause
That's incredible.
I don't drive anymore because
Right.
my concentration is not what it should be.
Yeah.
To be out on a highway or a freeway or even a local street, it's just not worth it's not worth it for somebody else and for me.
Right. And that's where we can get it to you. So rainy days bring out some really good things. There was a silver
Yeah.
lining yesterday. The ground needed the rain. California needed the rain. But boy, those Meals on Wheels drivers, kudos to them as we move forward.
Oh, they do a wonderful job. They
So
really do.
500 delivered on top of what you guys are serving at the center.
Right, and the ballroom fills up every day with about 400 people. So we have,
That-
and
it's
they're getting out a nice, beautiful plate. And then we have a pickup window, and they're doing almost 500 a day. So
But that lunchroom there, the big room there, is full of people.
Yeah.
You have to really look around to find a table when you have at least, I think there's 8 to a table, isn't
right,
there?
8 to a table.
8 to a table.
29 tables.
It's unbelievable. And then they have the musician there, which I wanted to talk to you about.
That musician came out of nowhere. He just jumped on the piano today because our regular Tuesday couldn't make it in. So
Well, but it's so loud.
yes, it is loud. Mhm.
It's too loud, and in my opinion, he shouldn't be there during a lunchtime. Because so
Barbara,
many-
that has been
Well,
the
you guys can work that out.
Yeah, we'll work that out off air.
Yeah,
It's
but
people.
It's so noisy in there anyway, and when you've got that loud piano going, it's very disruptive. But
Anyway, we have a lot of people talking. They enjoy talking to each other, and that's why it's loud and fun.
You want to focus on your meal.
So.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
But that ballroom, I can tell you the ballroom, as we described it for lunch, it's being used more and more by the community, and we're so grateful for that. Circle of Hope is coming in. They're doing their tea this Saturday. We'll be at, and we're excited that they're having it. The Chamber of Commerce is having their Salute to Patriots at Bella Vita coming up in November for the Veterans Day time. We also have Make-A-Wish Foundations having their group with us and their celebration, their fundraiser. So we're so grateful the community's coming to Bella Vita and seeing it as a place to, have your fundraising events, enjoy good times. Between the courtyard and the ballroom, we have a great place to show. And Gina Beam, our event planner and coordinator, runs it all for them. So we're very, very grateful.
How about weddings?
Weddings as well.
Really?
We got weddings, funerals, you name it. People are coming in and they're using Bella Vita, and we're happy to share that with the community going forward.
What a jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really.
I'm going to have a 90th birthday party.
And we know where you're having it, Barbara.
Yes, that's right. I was going to talk to you about that.
We will book you early.
Yes.
So
So
anyway.
what's going on? What's going on over there? Anything
Lots going
exciting?
on. Most people don't know we have the food bank. LA County Food Bank comes and does a distribution once a month at the senior center with their big, massive truck, and you have to pre-qualify. But we're up to almost 560 people that come just to get that box of food. That they get a cardboard box of a heavy box of food from the LA Food Bank for those who are in need. And that's usually the third Friday, and it's coming up this Friday, and it's at 7 a.m., so the time has changed. Usually people think it's 9 a.m. We want to let them know, and the food bank will let the recipients know 7 a.m. because our parking lot is so full by 9:30. So,
it's full every day.
but the food bank time has changed to 7 a.m. So anyway, we're looking forward to it. We want to serve those people. We want to support LA County Food Bank. We support each other as partners, and we give them our parking lot, and people pick up theirs. But it's new time is 7 a.m.
That's very early.
Coming up this Friday. Yes,
Why is it so early?
because the parking lot is full. So if they start coming in, they're going to wait extra long because of the senior center. They could do it at any
that's
parking lot in the community. We would rather them have it at our parking lot. Otherwise, they can go to the mall and do it there. But this is a better place for them to pick up
I would certainly agree.
their meals.
That makes sense to have it earlier
Yeah.
when the parking lot is empty.
Yep.
'Cause most older people don't get up at 7 in the morning.
Right. And and we're also partnering. I met yesterday with the Santa Cruz Valley and Castaic Lions Club, and they're doing a free vision screening and free recycled eyeglasses at OLPH on October 25th. That'll be on our website. We're supporting them, a free clinic for eyesight, and people need assistance there. So, and the Lions Club, as you know, is hosting once again our Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day. So they're coming in. We sealed a deal with them yesterday. Santa Cruz Valley and Castaic Lions Club, fantastic people. They've been doing it for many years. And they come back yesterday and said, Kevin, we want to do Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day at the Senior Center again. So they're coming in and they're supporting us financially and with people.
That's wonderful.
So
Do we have the menu for that? Yeah.
it's going to be turkey, man. It's all turkey. It's all turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing and a salad and a roll and you name it. We're having it that day.
No
So
shrimp,
we're gonna-
Barbara.
And we're going to be
No
serving
shrimp, yeah.
700 people on Thanksgiving Day, including 300 in the Meals on Wheels program.
Wow.
So
Isn't
Anyway.
that amazing?
Yeah.
lots going on. We got a concert coming up October 25th. The Eagles are coming to town. Peaceful Easy Eagles.
Oh.
It's our tribute band. Always sells out. That'll sell out again this time. So we're looking forward to that. And just lots of new programs are starting this year.
I
So
think
we
that's
could
wonderful.
take another next time we're on the show. We'll give another on our home maintenance program.
Well, hopefully you'll get the autobiography.
I will get the autobiography going,
Get
Barb.
that going. You've got to do that.
There's your birthday gift to all of us of giving us that idea as Barbara celebrates Big 89 coming up. So that's exciting. So,
Yeah, I think that would be a great
Yeah,
program
it
to
will be.
have over there. Oh, my
but check out our website, scvseniorcenter.org, new website, scvseniorcenter.org. And our phone number, Barbara, is
259-9444.
all right.
Wow.
We need to take a break now. I'm Kevin MacDonald with my co-host, Barbara Cochran, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220, KHTS.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host
Kevin MacDonald.
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And our guest now is Scott Hoolahan, who's the sales manager at Loan Depot. It's good to see you again.
Well, thank you for having me back.
Yes, and what are we going to discuss today?
Well, I think we'll continue on my mission of talking about specifically the specialty that I work around in the mortgage business, and that's the reverse mortgage, and trying to help educate my senior clientele and maybe dispel some of the myths, the bad rumors that maybe might be attached to that term, that product.
All right. But before we get going, can we talk Dodger baseball for a minute?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to watch the game. I only got a chance to watch the 8th and 9th inning of game one. And on the mound, I see Lone Depot is superimposed on the pitching mound. I'm like, no, I'm trying to watch the Dodgers. Why is Lone Depot there?
That's called product placement.
Yes, clearly, but you're bigger than.
And you missed it behind the catcher and out in the outfield.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And that's part of your national group. Clearly, this is not just a Santa Clarita group.
Yeah, no, way beyond our reach. And our CEO is a big baseball fan, and now I think this is about the third year running that Lone Depot is the title sponsor for both the American League Series and the National League Championships. So it's really neat that we get that kind of recognition, and we are one of the biggest in the business, and so home ownership is a big deal, and so it's pretty neat to flip on the television and just about every single play, like I say, it's in the outfield or I think the banners around the dugouts. We're everywhere.
But just shows how big you are and how powerful you guys are, and that brand recognition is so important for people to trust. Am I right? I mean, it's all about branding and trusting that name.
100%.
Yeah, and Lone Depot, that says a lot right there.
It certainly does.
Loans. What kind of loans do you give out?
Well, we are in the home loan business,
Okay.
right? So we're doing pretty much everything that could be used to help someone purchase their first home, purchase the second home, third home, investment properties, anything that's termed a residential home, which would be 4 units or less. Then, whether it's government lending with FHA, low down payments, VA home loans. We love our veterans, so Loan Depot is one of the biggest originators of veteran home loans. So we do a lot of, and then home equity loans. And then what I've chosen to kind of specialize in is the reverse mortgage, which is geared towards seniors age 62 and older. And in California, amongst other states, but California is a little unique. We're special. Mm-hmm. You can get a reverse mortgage at age 55.
Wow, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Well, I've always said, everyone should save money, put at least $1 away a day. And by the time you're, even if you start in your late 20s, put $1 in a container every day. And by the time you're 55,
or 89 tomorrow, that'll be a lot of dollars.
Well, that's what Russ started to do, and then my deceased husband. That's what he started to do, and put money away just a little bit a day, and then he started investing. And, of course, I didn't know anything. He wouldn't tell me a thing. You don't need to know anything. Yeah. But he always said if anything happened to him, I wouldn't have to worry about a thing. And he was right. He did a lot of investing and had the home paid for before he passed away. And he took care of me. He really did. And it was wonderful.
Well, let me be one of the first to say happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Yes, 89.
Yeah.
Woohoo! And I'm going to throw a big party for my 90th.
Yeah.
And, to your point, saving is something that, people should be talking about, right? We're talking about home ownership.
That's right.
And one of my beliefs is, right, as you continue to grow your earning capacity, pay yourself first. One of the best ways to do that is by investing in real estate, because a portion of that payment every month is going to the principal, which is equity for you down the road.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
And again, you said something that I think a lot of our senior listeners may be in the same position where maybe their partner is no longer here, but they did something special for them in paying off the mortgage.
Oh, yes.
And now
Yes.
that senior has the luxury of being able to live in a home that's free and clear with no mortgage. And now things start to change. The one thing that's going to change for all of us, we were talking about it before the break, is the cost of living is not likely to go down, right?
right.
So
That's right.
the cost of homes, the cost of just living, gas, all those things that come along with taking care of a home, insurance, taxes are all on the rise. And
That's right.
for the senior that may be left behind to manage this asset now that is paid for, free and clear, that day-to-day living and the cost of that could become burdensome if they're on a fixed income, or maybe, the planning wasn't so good in other areas of the financial plan. The house is paid for, but maybe the pension is now gone because that went away with the individual that left. And now the remaining senior living in a home, free and clear, could be in some cases struggling just to make ends meet. And
Very true.
and what I want to kind of bring to light is, especially again here in California, our real estate is so valuable, right? They're not making any more dirt in California. And so
All
right?
the empty spaces
Yeah.
are being built on,
Right?
especially out here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
And those homes that were purchased 20 and 30 years ago are worth numbers that probably most of your friends and my clients are saying, hey, they can't believe what that property is worth. Right now, it's worth $7, $8 million, and yet that's the home they want to stay in. That's the home they're comfortable in. That's where they want to age out, and the economics are making it difficult. The house might need a new roof. Just the day-to-day, get that last car. And they're sitting on maybe $1 million or a lot of equity, and the reverse mortgage could be the answer to helping them age in place comfortably and being able to continue to reinvest in that property without taking on new monthly debt to do that. Start to use the equity in the home to start taking care of them.
Scott, the gift is the asset, right? I mean, I told my kids, my gift to you long term is this asset that I have, which is a house. But how does that reverse thing fall into play? Just for terminology's sake for our audience.
So the reverse mortgage, commonly referred to as a HECM, which is a home equity conversion mortgage, right? So that's
HECM.
everybody, especially the government, they like to use acronyms, right? So if you hear that term HECM, what that refers to is a home equity conversion mortgage. And what that's doing is that's converting that equity into a mortgage that not a traditional kind that you pay into, but now that pays you, right? So it's converting that equity back to the homeowner. And now I think when we spoke last time, I think it's important to understand when I say the government created that acronym, that's because it's a highly regulated lending product, right? We have a lot of loan officers on my team. We've got 30, and there's really only 3 of us that specialize, that have gone through the certification process and the education process to be able to sit down with clients and walk them through what can be kind of a complicated process, but it's important because the regulations that have been put in place by the federal government, this being a HUD, an HFA loan, right? When I say HECM, that loan is being highly regulated by the government, mandating certain things happen for the senior in disclosures, in waiting periods, in education.
So when you say highly regulated, can I paraphrase? The summary of that is people are really looking at it. The government is looking at it, and it's really being audited and reviewed for every single thing. Is that right? Which would imply we have more confidence in a more regulated system.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, a traditional forward mortgage used to purchase a property, a good team like one at Loan Depot, we could probably get that done in 10, 15 business days, right? Working together with our real estate partners and our clients, get all that paperwork together. That's a pretty fast close. When it comes to a reverse mortgage, I wouldn't expect anything inside of 45 to 60 days. And why is that? It's because there are mandated periods of time where once the application or the proposal has been made to the senior, we want to give them every opportunity to really think about it, get together with family members, ask questions. They have to go through a third-party independent counseling session. So having nothing to do with me, the originator, or the person that's proposing the loan, they're going to sit with an independent educator that's going to ask them poignant questions. And family members are invited to sit in on that. Heirs are invited to sit in on that. It's a open book process to make certain that at every step, the senior is fully educated to understand exactly what they're doing and how it works.
All right. Wow. And you are certified. What's your certification? Because you said there's only 3 of you, and you're,
Yeah,
with all your...
so within Loan Depot, because of our reputation and who we are in the marketplace, we self-regulate. So we won't let everybody who has a license to do mortgages do reverse mortgages. We want them to be a part of a group of people that have gone through some extra training. I work with a group of people nationwide and a leadership group within Loan Depot to keep up on changes in the product, incoming regulations that mandate what we're doing and how we're doing it, and try to use best practices. So it's a self-regulated specialization that Loan Depot wants to protect the consumer. So by doing so, we bring it in, we keep it tight, and so I receive referrals from other loan officers to sit down with their clients and offer the product.
Loan Depot wants to protect the consumer. That's what I heard.
Indeed.
All right. Scott, we're going to go to break in a minute, but let us, how do we get a hold of you? What's our contact here?
Easiest way is reversescott.com.
Yes.
Type that in, nice and easy, reversescott.com, all together, lowercase, and that'll take you right to my Loan Depot website. You could contact me there, email, phone number, it's all there.
All right. And we want to talk about living in inheritance. Maybe we'll do it when we get back.
Sounds
Know
good.
what that is? All right. We need to take a break now. I'm Kevin MacDonald with my co-host, Barbara Cochran, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220, KHTS.
Feed me, will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host
Kevin MacDonald.
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And our guest now is Scott Hoolahan, who's the sales manager of Loan Depot. And before we get to the subject, we talked about how prices have risen. I remember when gasoline was 29 cents a gallon. And that was on the East Coast. But I'm thinking, and it's what? It's $4.56 a gallon or something like that now. That's amazing. It just doesn't seem right. It really doesn't.
Well, as Scott was saying, things keep going up, and you need some cash to pay for them.
That's right. That's where reverse mortgages come in.
Yeah.
Thank goodness my home is paid for. Bless my husband's heart.
And Scott, when we talk about reverse mortgages, and you were talking about there's an outcome to this, there's another benefit, and something called living inheritance. Could you explain that whole concept?
Yeah. So again, I always like to start with, first and foremost, we have to establish that the senior's in the forever home, right? That is the home that they can comfortably
Live.
manage and age out in, right? Because if
Absolutely.
it's not, then I'm going to be the first one to say, well, we should probably be having a different discussion in terms of locating that forever home. But if it is the forever home and that equity is amassed to a point where, let's say, the senior doesn't need that equity to make improvements to the home or to pay for long-term care, and it's really an asset, like you said, that's kind of sitting there appreciating for that day and that time where the owner's not there any longer, and now the heirs are able to use that equity to, and that's what real estate has done generation over generation, is to start helping the next generation accumulate wealth, particularly through acquisition of real estate. So when I talk about a living inheritance, it's how can you take cash and equity from a home today as a senior and then start to distribute that and be a part of changing the lives of your heirs, your grandchildren, your children. Now, we talk about debt. If you've got grandchildren that are buried under college debt, saving money might not even be an option, right? Because first you got to pay off this looming debt. How cool would it be to be a part of, take that debt off the table and now allow them to start planning their lives and taking money and saving it, becoming homeowners. Take that money. One of the coolest stories I've heard in my time doing this is the senior wanted to buy that cabin home where the family would spend their holidays, and through the equity of a reverse mortgage, so they stay in their home, no mortgage. They were able to take several $100,000 out in equity and buy that home in Big Bear, where the rest of the family would gather for holidays, ski trips, and that home was purchased free and clear. That's an asset that's going to start to appreciate for the heirs. But the memories that are built around that and being a part of that now, I mean, it puts the hair up on my arms.
I want the place in Big Bear. Scott, how do we get a hold of you again, once again?
Scott.com, take you right to my website. My phone number's there, my email's there. I'm happy to set up one-on-one consultations or come out and talk to the family as a whole.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for joining us today. You've been listening to the Senior Hour on your hometown station, 98.1 AM 1220 KHTS. We are sponsored by Comfort Keepers In-Home Care and Providence Holy Cross Medical Center. Now go in and enhance your quality of life.